This thing is so much fun to drive. Sure, it's a bit slow, but you can just thrash it everywhere, and not only are you not speeding, but it doesn't actually chew any fuel. This is averaging 5.9 litres per 100 kilometres, and I've been thrashing it everywhere, flooring it every single time I drive the car. It's a shame the GT is gone with the turbo engine, but at least they still have the manual with this 1.25 litre 4-cylinder engine. Around twisty turns like this, it is so much fun. Bigger cars just don't stand a chance because it is so, well, this is so nimble. In fact, I'm going to go back up there and do that again. I've got the stability and traction control completely turned off, floor it, and it doesn't really go anywhere, but you're not breaking the speed limit and it feels fun. It feels like you're being a bit cheeky, even though you're not really. It's just getting up the hill. Without that turbo though, yeah, you do suffer from a bit of low down torque. You've really got to rev the thing. So that's flat to the floor, and it's just picking up. This is very steep hill, but it probably doesn't look like it on camera, but it's quite a steep hill. You've just got to rev the thing. 6,500 RPM, 6,700 red line. And I'm still not speeding. Downhill is more exciting because you can obviously carry more speed. And it handles really well. The tyres grip up, the body remains very flat. This car is so much fun. The ride comfort is actually pretty good, even though this is a small car with a small or a short wheelbase, which usually results in like a ball bouncing along the road. It actually is quite comfortable and it absorbs big bumps really well. I don't know where the wheels are going because there's no room, but the handling is the most fun element of the car because you can just push it through the corners and you're probably not even speeding, but it feels like you are. It feels exciting. And that's what matters most, I guess. And the good thing is you can thrash this around and no one really cares. Like, people don't think you're an asshole driving around in a Lamborghini or something. They just go, oh yeah, whatever. Again, flat to the floor, almost redlining, still not speeding. I'm just so glad they keep the manual transmission. The automatic in this, I have driven the previous model with the automatic, and yeah, it's very sluggish, very slow. Still a lot of fun in terms of cornering and handling, but yeah, it's just very slow, especially overtaking on the highway. You've really got to give it some. In terms of acceleration off the mark, it goes all right in the city. If you're just going up to sort of 60 kilometers an hour, it gets up to speed reasonably well. But beyond that, yeah, it starts to really run out of puff. So we'll head out now and do the performance test and see what it goes like. Hold your horses there, mate. Just before we do that, let's take a quick look at what car you're raving on about exactly. This is the 2024 Kia Picanto GT-Line facelift. It sports a new look design, which is in line with Kia's latest theme, featuring a full width headlight trim piece, vertical style headlights, and a big intake lower down with vertical oriented side clusters. It looks really cool in my opinion, but also trendy and modern. Around at the back is the best view, as it shows off the new full width taillight, rear spoiler, and aggressive little diffuser lower down. This is a very basic vehicle, so as you'd expect, it uses a very simple torsion beam rear suspension setup. But as you said, there is no issue with ride quality or absorption capability. It's surprisingly sporty. Also new are these box-style 16-inch alloy wheels, wearing look-alike Michelin tyres by Nexen. They actually provide high levels of grip when you're not doing handbrake turns, but then again, this thing only weighs 970 kilograms. So it was always going to feel light and agile. Inside, there is more space than you might think. The clever packaging and upright cabin glasshouse theme leaves decent headroom in both the front and rear. Being the GT line means you get these sporty two-tone seats, wrapped in leatherish trim, and a leather-wrapped steering wheel with contrast stitching. You've got plenty of storage around the place, with exciting swivel-around cup holders, and even a center console box and armrest. In the back, look, I wouldn't be that comfortable if I was really fat or had to sit next to someone really fat, but it is surprising how spacious it is given the petite exterior proportions. There are no climate vents or cup holders back here, fair enough. The boot is rated at 255 litres, which is not bad actually, and it expands to over 1,000 litres when the rear seats are folded. They don't fold flat unfortunately, but there are carry hooks on the wall. That's a nice touch. Under the floor you'll find a space saver spare wheel, which might come in handy if you do too many handbrake turns. Under the bonnet, it is a shame the 1 litre turbo 3-cylinder is gone, as it had a lot of character and more power and torque than this. But even so, this little unit is very efficient and simple, so it should last for years and years with no issue. Alright, now we'll switch over to the performance testing. This is what it goes like. I've moved the car back a bit from the normal spot because it's not as wet here. And when I do the V-Box testing, when I hook up the V-Box, I'll try and find some dry patches as well.